what are the best fountain pens for beginners is a question I've been asked so many times by so many people, and it completely makes sense. There's such a massive world to fountain pens and such a massive range of price points. And I think it's really important when you're looking to buy your first fountain pen. The first question is, am I even going to like a fountain pen? So I'm going to show you today my top 3 picks for the first fountain pens for beginners. So the first fountain pen I'm going to discuss as the best fountain pen for beginners is a very well-known model. It is the Lamy Safari fountain pen. Now this pen has a bit of a love-hate relationship. Some people really like it, some people really hate it, but I think it's an excellent model for a starter. The main reason being, of course, price point. We'll have a quick look at it. This one is... it's lime green, but they do come in a massive range of colours. And for me, that's a really big part about why they're popular, because you've got so much availability. A lot of newsagents, a lot of stores have this pen. It's about $30 to $40, so it's not inherently expensive. The size is quite good. If we take off the cap, you can see you've got very somewhat controversial in many ways, this almost triangular grip section. I find it's quite comfortable to hold that section, and if you're starting out in fountain pens, you really should be holding your fountain pen like that. I see people holding pens like that and all sorts of weird ways, but if you're learning, I think it's a really great way to start. These pens come with often a cartridge or a converter. This one has a converter in it. If you've seen a lot of my videos, you would know I really like a converter, but you do have options for both, which I think is excellent. But it's a really great entry-level fountain pen. It posts, it's just plastic, so it's not like it's any inherent materials. They also do an All-Star, which is the next one up, which is also an excellent fountain pen, but it's the aluminium version of the Safari if you want to pay a little bit more and, you know, that's something you're looking for. The other great thing about this pen are the nibs. This one has an extra fine nib on it, but you can buy all sorts of nibs. They come as little pieces, they just slide on and slide off. They're incredibly easy to switch and to replace. Lamy do stubs. They do a 1.1, a 1.5 and a 1.9 stub if you want to try out stubs, and again they just switch on and switch off. They also do 14 karat gold nibs if you're looking for a gold option. So you've got so many benefits and reasons for the Lamy Safari. So that goes down to being a top pick for somebody if you're looking into the world, you're interested in fountain pens, you don't know what to start with. That would be my pick. And actually, I've recommended this to a few people, and this specific pen is a pen I bought for my mum because I know she was into fountain pens a long time ago, moved away from it, and I've been trying to penable her, and this was a pen that got her back into it. So that's pen number 1. Pen number 2 is the Pilot Metropolitan. Similar in many ways to the Safari. I don't think it's a bit different, would be my thought. This one is aluminium, so it's a little bit maybe more premium than the Safari. It'll be a slightly smaller pen, and it has a nice set grip section. These pens write well. They write fine, being Japanese. If you're looking something that's a little bit finer, a little bit toothier, maybe than even an extra fine Safari, this one is a fine Metropolitan and it will write a lot finer than the Safari. These pens come with a converter filling system. This one's effectively, it's a squeeze converter. You squeeze it to get the ink in. It's relatively straightforward to use. My main complaints would be with it that you can't tell how much ink you've got left, and I find them a little bit harder to clean, but for the most part, they're a good option. Again, same sort of price point, the $30 to $40 price point for a Metropolitan. They come in a variety of colors. They're very, very available. You'll find them at almost every store you're looking for, and very similar size to your Safari, although maybe a little bit thinner. So they're both good options. The price point is really good. You don't get as much versatility with nib options as you do on the Safari, but if you like the design more, maybe of the Metropolitan. I know some people don't like that Lamy clip. I don't dislike it, but I know some people feel it looks a bit like a big paper clip or something, which is fair enough. So they're two good options. Now I'm going to talk about the third pick for the best fountain pens for beginners. This one is the TWSBI Eco, which is a pen I actually like a lot. I think it's a really great model. I know they're very, very popular in the fountain pen world. They will be a little bit more expensive than the other two. In fact, the prices have gone up quite a bit recently. These used to be a $40 to $50 pen. I think the prices have gone up a little bit. I was looking the other day and you could pay $100 for an Eco now, which surprised me a bit. But yes, that is the TWSBI Eco fountain pen here. This one comes with a really fun purple finish, which I think is really quite cool. Now you can see it's what's called a demonstrator, so you can see the ink sloshing around inside the pen, which I think that's really fun. And obviously you get a massive ink capacity with this pen, which that's very, very cool that you do get to hold so much ink. The other great thing about the TWSBI Eco is the nibs are very, very easy to switch. They just pull out, they push in. They're all steel nibs, but they're very easy to switch out and switch in. These pens do come with a piston. If you wanted to take off the piston knob and clean it all out that way, they can work quite well. But the TWSBI Eco, it's a great pen. You get a great ink capacity. Some people aren't so fussed about the demonstrator look. I don't mind. I think it's kind of fun, especially if you use something like a shimmer ink. Would be a great option. They're definitely not as available readily as the Safari or the Pilot, and they will be a more expensive option. So maybe it wouldn't be your first pen, maybe a second pen, but if you are looking for something that's lower price, fun, different, big ink capacity, and a piston filler as well, the TWSBI Eco is a very good option. So I hope you've enjoyed today my look at my recommendations for my top 3 fountain pens for beginners. I'll do reviews of all of these on their own as well, but please let me know in the comments if you have questions or any ideas of what you'd like me to review next. Thanks again.